Oh my god, hello. Good morning, everybody. Still only just morning. Good morning. Hi. Good morning, Ali and Shroom and Carla and Nat. Good morning, Sparkle Rabbit. Hello, Jess. Hello, Mick. Hello, a pleasure. Sarah. Hello, Hanny. Hello. Hello, Carly. Sorry, Carla. I said that already. I can't read. Hi, or at least keep track of my reading. Not going to get distracted today. Hi. Hi. How's it going? Happy Friday morning for me. Thursday. Am I? Hold on. Did I go live? Yes. No, I went live. Oh boy, we're up to a good start. Hello, good morning, Emily and Sam. Good morning, everybody. Today I thought it would be fun. Please hold one moment. There we go. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm a mess. Today I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of an Ambi reaction. Look. Disclaimer, we'll get to them, but also disclaimer, I did watch foodie content today. I did, and I was just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I've not been feeling it for a couple of days now. It is dry. It is dry and it is bland. And I honestly think, look, for me, and this is just for me, Ambi's taken the crown. Ambi's content, although somehow so much the same of what it's always been, is just so much more interesting and I don't want to say endearing, but just a lot more tolerable. A lot more tolerable than watching Chantal do as she do. I don't know how to explain my feelings exactly. And I might revisit it when I come back after being away for the weekend. But we'll see. Hopefully there are some interesting narrative points kind of coming up. I hope that she's not hateful and doesn't do terrible things that require a discussion. I hope something just interesting happens, but we'll see on Sunday, I guess. Hey, Bunny, good to see you, mate. Thanks very much for gifting 5 channel memberships. That's incredibly generous. You did not need to do that at all, but thank you for the generosity. And please welcome to Pulpstar, Otters and Elephants. Fabulous name. Panchia, Brooke, Parker, and Sam. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel as a member. Please make sure that you thank Bunny31 once again for their generosity. That's incredibly generous, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Peeps are lovely. People are lovely. And with that being said, also, chat, please make sure you're taking care of yourself. I know a lot of you are celebrating on the other side of the planet. Some of you are practicing remembrance, and some of you are not associated with the celebrations today at all. However, with that being said, it's a Friday for me and a Thursday for a lot of people around the planet. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Speak nicely of people. Hug a friend. Talk to your family members. Do all of the things to make sure you're looking after you and the people around you, because you deserve it and so do they. So today, Jen, hello. Today, we're going to be reacting to Miss Amberlynn Reid and her most recent upload entitled "I'm Done, Day 15 weigh-in vlog." Great. Also, there's a little bit of retro in here as well. I did the fun thing where I'm just like, I'm sure I've heard the title "Done" on Ambi's channel like 17 times. It's like in the old days when you go to Foodie's channel and type in bees and you'd just be met with like a wall. A wall of live streams entitled bees. So I was like, I'm done. Done is a word and phrase that Ambi has used a lot, and that's not to like rag on anybody who necessarily has not succeeded in a lot of their plans and goals, but it is to say it is a very common phrase in the Ambiverse specifically. I'm done, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm done. That's for me, but I'm done is very, very commonly said by Ambi for a multitude of reasons. So, did I get a haircut, Kathleen? Yes, I did. I gave it to myself because I have a pair of clippers, and there was that joke going around that it's like, I may not be a professional in something and I may not know anything about a thing, but I am gay and I have the motivation to do it myself. That was me with haircutting in 2020. When I realized that the world was changing a little bit and maybe I should just learn to cut my own hair. So I did. It was great. Natural, lovely to see you today. Hello. Oh, sorry, I was catching up on chat. Yes. Gotta pin the thing. Oh my god, I do have to pin the thing. I'm getting all kinds of distracted. BB, you're sick again? I'm sorry to hear that. It's not COVID. It's not COVID, that's good. That's good. Still bad that you're sick. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Big cup of tea, some vitamin C, some echinacea, some rest, some good times. You know, look after yourself. Do all of the things. Eri, hello. Thank you for being here for 10 months, mate. I appreciate it. Amby said... Eri, sorry, I'm reading 7 things on the chat. I'm trying a different setup with my chat, so I am twice as distracted now, which is excellent. Eri says, thanks for you, the mods in this amazing community. Thanks right back, Eri. Thanks for being part of this amazing community, and thanks for hanging out with us. And thank you for your support. It is very, very, very welcome, and I'm very thankful for it. So thank you. All right, so we've pinned the thing. We're good there. You do it too, Matthew? I'm okay with hairdressers and hair salons and stuff. I just realized that it 2020 for me was very much like active resource brain. So it was like, oh, okay, great. So I bought 4 chicken breasts and it's cost me like $16, and then me literally so much so that I created an Excel spreadsheet of every ingredient in my kitchen, right? Because I wanted to know exactly how much I had, how much it was worth. And I think that's like a fun activity for me. I like numbers sometimes. I'm not good at them, but I like them. A fun activity for me to recognize that I have $300-400 worth of stuff in my pantry that just kind of sits there and doesn't get used until it needs to get used, and maybe I need to pull all these ingredients out and be like, what can I make with tomatoes, beans, pearl barley, and what do I need to purchase to be able to make that into something meal preppy, but haircutting was one of those things where I was just like, this is an expense that I recognize I have the capacity to facilitate for myself. And that's not begrudging anybody who does that. But I was also like, well, that $50, $60, $70, $80 that I'd get on a haircut once every however often could probably be redistributed to something that I see more as a need as opposed to a want. And you can argue needs being looking after yourself as well, and that is haircutting for some people, so I'm not trying to diminish that. But for me, personally, I'd prefer to have that money to redistribute somewhere else. And that was very 2020 brain. Right. Anyway, ramble tange over. We're going to get into Amby. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm done is a common phrase for Amby. So I was like, okay, great. We'll pull some retros out that have the word done in the title. So there's 2 other things that we're watching. I Am Done. Both of them, funnily enough, from 2018. I Am Done. And It's Pointless. I'm Done. So that's going to be fun. We're just going to do a little bit of a reflection on where we were 4 years ago, apparently. And we'll start off with this one. And how's everybody else doing? How are you all? Hey, Roses. Good to see ya. Baby, you're leaving this planet. Please don't. I like you here. On this planet, I mean. Okay. I think we're ready. We're good. Also, apologies for the lighting. Apologies for a lot of things today. Okay, great. We're going to start with I'm Done. I also need my headphones, and I need to line things up, and... Okay, this setup might work. We'll see. We will see. Just start yelling at me if things break, please. Just try to yell nicely. All right, let's go.
Hello. Welcome to a new video. Today is day 15.
That's great to hear, Katie. I hope the little one's doing okay.
November 17th. So I'm going to show you guys my weigh-in, just get that right out of the way. So I was 504.4 today, okay, which means I have 48.2 to go to reach my first mini goal of 456.2.
Okay.
And
sorry, the phrase mini goal got caught up in my brain thinking that wouldn't work for me.
I lost over...
Also, can we just talk about this Cruella. There we go. DeVille. There's even a song about it. Cruella jacket that I personally didn't love. I was like, can we just make it one of the colors and then the contrasting color / shade, get a bit of something around the neck or the cuffs, or just make it a bit more of a moment, as they say. Not like moleskin moment, but that's just how we pronounce it. Not Australians, just girl world. You all know this. I actually don't hate it on. I think it's the earrings. The styling of this is simple, but I like it. Don't come for me. BB says I like it, but I'm tacky. I mean, kindred spirits. Same. I like it.
For 2 pounds, I lost 2.4 overnight because yesterday was an intuitive eating day. So that means I was on track yesterday, which makes me really happy. I'm on track 9 times out of 10. I'll either lose a little bit of weight, stay the same, or gain a couple ounces.
Okay.
But then it's like when I overeat or when I binge, that's when I like gain like a lot of weight. And through
Same.
this whole
Relatable. Same.
situation type deal, we can definitely tell based on like the days where I've binged how much I've gained, days where I've been intuitive, how much I've lost, or just like stayed the same. I know you guys see me here a lot. This is actually my desk. I don't know if you guys know that. I have a gallery wall.
I have spoken a lot about like this daily tracking for Ambi. It wouldn't work for me, and having seen all of Ambi's Gurney, apologies, online, I don't understand how it could be working for her. I hope she uses that data, uses it alongside a health team so that they can guide her into making choices that will help her in whatever capacity. Whether or not she's able to kind of break that down herself, I don't know. I feel like we've done this a lot before. Again, recommended speaking to the healthcare team, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. It is good, I guess, that she can put into words the being intuitive with food versus, as she says, overeating or binging. I hope she unpacks that with someone who isn't the internet. That one.
My girlfriend has her desk right next to mine. We have matching desks. This is actually the office. I sit in here to do a lot.
That's fair, baby, and I kind of understand as well. Like, I couldn't imagine doing what she does daily to myself, let alone to like thousands, tens of thousands of people. It's not. I don't think that would be conducive to my goodness, you know.
I watch my YouTube in here. I edit my videos in here. There's always a Rarity in here. She's always obsessed with
Christine.
me, and I'm always obsessed with her. We're just obsessed with each other. It's just like, you know, best friends unite, you know? I do my hobbies in here. I do literally everything in here. I eat my meals in here 9 times out of 10. Sometimes I'll eat them in front of the TV, but it's just majority of my time is spent in here because this is where I do everything.
I understand not everybody does this, but living with a partner and not eating together. Okay.
But you guys are seeing me in here a lot, so.
Because I'm assuming they're not eating together if it's in the study. Don't they have a whole, like, dining table set up? Something in the lounge room, living room? I know they've got that really nice kitchen island. I don't know if they eat there. Never mind. Anyway.
I'm wearing my Cruella de Vil cardigan. It's the first time. It's a size 4 I got from Torrid. I wish I would have gotten.
Annie with an L, thank you very much for the super chat. Look, it's not a full correct... I can't even pronounce the character name. Cruella. I can't even pronounce the Cruella name correctly. Look, in every iteration of Cruella's design characteristics, I don't think there would be a single variant or version out there who would wear necessarily this jacket. It does read a little simple for the style icon that is Cruella de Vil. However, in kind of a basic, fun, like, Disney licensed version for Torrid or Hot Topic or whoever, whatever, I can kind of see this. Like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like instantly you see black and white and you're like, oh, you know that's meant to be. You know what that's meant to be. Or polka dots. You know what that's meant to be. Or Dalmatian spots. What spots, not dots. Come on, Zach. Remember the lines. But I got a soft spot for this. I really do. I think we need a bold red lip and a hat. I am recognizing the simplicity of this jacket, but we can always style it up.
A size smaller. Oh my god, I'm getting cat fur all over it. No! I like my cardigans to be like smaller. I don't want them to be like super overpowering. It depends. If they're more like sweatshirt style, like let's be comfy, then okay, maybe we can get it like normal size or a little bit bigger so it's like a comfy vibe. But I particularly wanted this cardigan to be like...
Oh, we're talking about the cardigan. Sorry, I missed that we were back to fashion.
Oh my god, I'm getting cat fur all over it. No! I like my cardigans to be like smaller. I don't want them to be like super overpowering. It depends.
Overpowering. I don't know. Look, team, I'm on board with oversized stuff. I love it. I live for it. Do you know how cozy it is to have oversized stuff that isn't clean to your body and terrible? Like, I say, look, you wear whatever the hell you want to wear, right? You just feel confident and comfortable and feel happy about it. But with that being said, I am one to recommend, especially for me, because my body's like gone through multiple like changes in the last two or 3 years. So it's like, yeah, sometimes it is good to have like big oversized stuff that you can kind of just like swaddle and wrap yourself in, and it's good. And sometimes even me and my relationship with my body, I'm just like, I don't want to wear like anything that necessarily, like going to the gym, for instance, is like quite interesting because I'm like, oh damn, like my shoulders and arms are bigger, and it's not necessarily that I like the look of them. I like being strong. I don't love the way that they look because it's not like I'm super defined or anything, but I recognize putting stuff on, I'm just like, damn, like I can't fit in these sleeves. And that feels, I'm like, I don't want to look like I'm a sausage stuffed into casing. Like, I want to be comfortable. So I have the opposite to Ambi in this cardigan talk.
If they're more like sweatshirt style, like let's be comfy, then okay, maybe we can get it like normal size or a little bit bigger so it's like a comfy vibe. But I particularly wanted this cardigan to be like more like fit. Hello. So it's been like the whole day. So...
Are we... Okay, we're in a bra now. Okay. I preferred the Cruella jacket. No, sorry, coat. No, cardigan. I don't know well, I mean, I think I know the difference, but I won't put my foot in my mouth.
The last spoke to you guys, and I am in the same spot. Actually, have not been here all day. I had an appointment today and stuff, but I was just sitting here. I was actually snacking on some black olives.
Oh no, it's PG. Sorry, BB, you warned me about the PG filter, and instead of like trying to do that, I just froze up and tried to pause it at a really opportune time. Now we're talking olives. Okay.
Those are so good, and it just helps with a certain type of craving that I get. So it's nice to have all of...
Oh, wait, I think we've got a top on.
In the house because...
Sorry, we were just talking about fashion. Now we're here.
They do not trigger...
I mean, this is fashion, but I would like more to it. Just in a fun way, I guess.
As much as other foods. So, but I was receiving a bunch of Instagrams today of people spelling beautiful in a really weird way, and I was like, what's happening? Okay. When I say a bunch, I mean like 10. So I was like, okay, the trolls are out tonight. I love that. And it's because of this.
Did she add that mistakes are normal thing? Did you all see that? Look, I mean, again, I'm not spelling bee champion of the world. I still have to sound out beautiful like Bruce Almighty, which is a weird Foodie Beauty tie-in because Sala was saying that in a vlog the other day, and I was like, please don't ruin Jim Carrey. I would rather not associate Sala and Bruce Almighty together. Yeah, no, you go.
So right here in my little poster, you guys...
I literally sit there and I'm like, beautiful. Beautiful. It's like, what's the other one I do it with? Because was a word that I remember having at school like a lot of difficulty with. I think it was like one of the first like seven letter words that I was trying to learn when I was a kid, and I just couldn't get it. So I needed to make up a rhyme in my head to be able to spell out because I have a lot of fun things with language. Brains are fun. But because was one of the first ones where I was just like, oh, okay, if I spell it out to the rhythm of a thing that's been stuck in my head for like 30 years, well, maybe not 30 years, but like 25 years. It's great.
Recently saw, here, let me flip it around and show you guys. Right here it says beautiful, but as you can see...
Someone go back and check the footage. I mean, I'm right here, baby. That's all right. I can check. Amberlynn Reid. Please hold. We're just going to have to stare at this for a moment. I can't remember what vlog it was in. I think it was in... Was it this one? Let me see if I can find it. I'll just mute the second stream. Sorry, chat. Talk amongst yourselves. Is the art in this one? No, that's... Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Cool. Oh, no, she does have it. She does have it there. It says mistakes are normal right next to it. That was not where my eye went to. It's in the vlog entitled, I'm over 500 pounds again and in relationships as a fat girl, days 6 to 8. It does have the little grey cloud in there that says mistakes are normal. I don't know. I mean, I didn't catch it the first time, but I'm sure she's got something to say.
The accidents.
No, you're not annoying, baby.
Mistakes are normal. This was on purpose because I wanted a section on here where it's just like, you know what? Accidents happen. Mistakes are normal. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Happy accident. Did it say happy accident on? I'm sure it did. Yeah, it did. She's showing off the same thing. I thought this was like in progress, but it's not. They're both done. Yeah, fair enough. Whatever. It's fine. Doesn't matter. We're just hoping that... I... Honestly, when I read this, I thought, oh, is there, like, something behind this? Like, is it meant to be beau as in, like, beau partner, like, love interest or whatever? And is it, like, an inside joke with my girlfriend kind of thing? Turns out no. Turns out no.
That's life. I kind of wanted that on here. But yeah, I wanted to clarify. I do know how to spell. I do know how to spell the word beautiful. Don't worry. It was on purpose. And then I was also sitting here thinking, like, should I continue my 100 days of weigh-in video form? Because I'm going to do it regardless. My goal was to do it in my personal life, regardless of if I show it or not. And I just figured, why not also show it on YouTube? Because I've tried the whole 100 days of weigh-in, particularly for YouTube.
There have been a few attempts. Yeah.
It wasn't really like for personal reasons. It was just, I wanted to do it for YouTube. I thought it would be a fun challenge and for other people to do it with me. But this time's different. Like, I want to do it like for myself and by myself.
You can, just as a note, you can want to do something for more than just one reason. Like, I don't necessarily understand why this is a talking point, saying that I wanted to do it for YouTube, when the reality is Amby's content for 8 to 10 years has been about weight loss. It's just what it is. So I don't understand, I particularly don't understand the idea that the only reason why I wanted to do 100 days of weight loss was because of YouTube. Like, or maybe that's the perspective that needs to change a little bit and be addressed or be spoken to a professional about or something. Having your goals and achievements tied to something like YouTube may not motivate you enough, may not give you enough fulfillment, may not do a lot of stuff. If you're kind of disassociating like your real life achievements versus your online achievements. Maybe there's something in that to unpack. I don't know. But for me, if I set myself a goal to achieve purely because I wanted people to see it and not because I wanted to do it for myself, I can tell you right now I'd have like 10% of the motivation to actually do it. Especially considering Amby's got like quite an interesting audience that kind of has gone along with her on many different journeys. And it, like, a lot of us are, morbidly curious. A lot of us find motivation and inspiration. A lot of us just want to have a laugh. But, like, I don't think anybody is sitting here, like, reveling in the fact that someone else is failing. Or at least I don't like to think that. Anyway.
But I just figured, you know what? I'll vlog it while I'm doing it. And I'm just wondering if I should, like, take that out of my videos and kind of just do it privately, because I noticed that I am being a lot more, especially the first few days, I was a lot more, like, open about my eating and my binging. But then ever since, like, I stopped Ozempic and then keto, and then, I was very honest that I binged on Chips Ahoy and stuff, and it's like, people are so brutal, and that in itself is triggering for any eating disorder. For people to shame you, no matter what eating disorder it is brutal.
Offline. Take it offline. Get offline. You can Amby's argument of things need to be discussed, things need to be open, I'm allowed to live my life online. Yeah, you're allowed. But listening to just that phrase, all I can think of, none of this is making any logical sense. None of it. Zero. If you aren't able to navigate criticism or know when to disengage, or if you're unable to know that people are talking about you, then if you don't have a way to process that, then maybe putting your life online is not necessarily the safest thing to do, or the smartest thing to do, or the best thing to do for you. But
like, I can't go on any social media platform without seeing just like shame. And I'm just like, damn, that's not going to help me. So I don't really know what you're trying to do here. So I don't know. Currently I'm just like...
For me, the entire discussion around keeping a packet of Chips Ahoy in the house and doing that stuff on TikTok was like disbelief and like, what's the word? Unfamiliarity. Because it's like me knowing my own personal relationship with food, which isn't Amby's, couldn't have chips in the house, and certainly couldn't film myself doing it, and certainly couldn't be talking about it for weeks into the discussion. Like, the logic just doesn't help what makes sense for me. And it might make sense for Amby, and that's fine, but like, it doesn't make sense for me, and that's why I talk about it, just so you know.
Okay, I'm definitely going to continue it in my personal life, weigh myself every day until February 11th is not that difficult. I just naturally like to weigh myself anyways, but it's like, do I want to continue filming it? So that is currently where my head is at on November 17th. Do I want to continue filming this? Because it just seems like this is a beautiful way, it's a hateful way for people to just like judge and be really exceptionally cruel. It's like a large portion of people forget that eating disorders are chemical. It's not something that you just choose to have. It's not something that one day you just wake up and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to have an eating disorder anymore.
She makes a really good point. And also within the girlniverse at large, yes, I'm going to keep using that phrase. On the flip side of things, we have Miss Chantal Marie, Miss Foodie Beauty on the other side, arguing all I needed to do was fly to another country, marry someone who I'd never met personally, and suddenly, you know, I've fixed every problem in my relationship with food. And this is why, for me, the two of them are linked, right? There was a lot of similar stuff in the mukbang era, and then as the content kind of diverged, there are still a lot of similarities, even though they are entire, I guess, opposites. And that particular point is what it is.
I don't know, I just find it really frustrating, the community that surrounds my channel, and it breaks my heart to see, like, I get Instagram messages of people just like, you know, I read your comments and I also suffer with an eating disorder. People who suffer with the opposite of what I suffer with, and people who suffer with the same thing I do. And they're just like, wow, you know, they made me feel like shit about myself, the comments. It's like, for some of you guys to read the comments and feel just as bad after reading them, like, that breaks my heart. It's like, maybe if I talk less about my binging and my weight, then the comments reflecting those topics will lessen. So then...
Okay, that's a big discussion. Right. Here's the honesty, right? Here's the honest tea, as it were. There are people out there who will have opinions that you don't agree with, and there are people out there who will revel in hate, and there are people out there who will feel giddy at the idea that they've shamed, negatively impacted, you know, humiliated somebody else. And the internet facilitates a lot of that, right? It enables people to sit behind a keyboard, generally anonymously, and say whatever the hell they want without repercussion. That is extremely well known. And there is an argument to say, no, it's not right. And it's not right. It's like, it shouldn't be anybody's intent and purpose to say a thing to hurt another person, right? Unfortunately, we live in a reality where we can't control everything that somebody else says. We can't. It's just not, it's not going to happen. So yeah, there'll be shitty people out there, and yeah, there'll be shitty opinions out there, and yeah, there'll be things that you read that affect you negatively, that impact you, that do all of the things. The only recommendation, I suppose, in all of that is, if going into Ambi's comments negatively impact you, don't go in there. Don't. Because there is no control, essentially. Hey, Haz, good to see you. And sometimes a difference of opinion will create an argument, and sometimes there is not just an opinion, but a shitty opinion, or a hateful opinion, or a bigoted opinion, or a xenophobic opinion, or, you know, the list goes on. And at the end of the day, for me, particularly, learning when to highlight it, point it out, get rid of it, tell people they're being a certain type of way, are all valid. But there's also the validity of knowing whether or not interacting or engaging with that type of discussion is worth it to you, personally. Is it worth the emotional effort? Is it worth, like, engaging with? And if it is, great, go have that fight, go have that argument, whatever. But there's nothing wrong with saying, that person's got a shitty opinion and I don't want to see it. Unfortunately, the internet is not real life. But anyway, take care of yourself. Don't read things that are harmful to yourself. That's all I'm saying.
You know, me and you guys can stop feeling like utter crap because we binge eat, or we restrict, or we have whatever eating disorder it is, because people shouldn't be judged for those things. People shouldn't be judged for their addictions. I think it's disgusting. I don't share my journey to be judged or speculated on. And I know a lot of people are like, well, that's part of YouTube. That's just a disgusting way of saying, oh, well, deal with it. No, we need to work on, as a society, being able to be open and not fear bullying or harassment or just like really horrible things said to us. It's just a lot of like, if you don't want people to be rude to you, don't talk about it. Instead of, we need to take the people who bully and harass and say horrible things offline. Like, it's too much of the wrong thing, if that makes sense. But while we're...
No, it didn't. Sorry, I need to go back on that one.
That's just a disgusting way of saying, oh, well, deal with it. No, we need to work on, as a society, being able to be open and not fear bullying or harassment or just like really horrible things said to us. It's just a lot of like, if you don't want people to be rude to you, don't talk about it. Instead of, we need to take the people who bully and harass and say horrible things offline. Like, it's too much of the wrong thing, if that makes sense. But while we're...
Yeah, see, and it kind of devolved, like, for me in my brain, and this is just my logic, I'm not trying to push it on anyone else, I'm just talking out my thoughts. Talking out loud, as it were. To essentially say that you do need to say what is or is not okay to be read by you is an easier thing to do, right? It's easier to say to yourself, I'm not going to read this stuff. I don't want to read this stuff. I don't want to be, for instance, in Chantel's chat, even though it is a little quiet at the moment. I don't want to read Amby's comments. I don't want to expose myself to all of that. That's a different conversation than saying, well, it shouldn't be that way. Yeah, I mean, you can say it shouldn't be that way, but you don't have control over the thousands of comments that might come through. What do you do? What is the answer? Because I'd love to. I'd love for the world to find the perfect answer. I mean, I guess the answer is people have differing opinions and people are going to say some hurtful shit, and to really look after yourself and make sure that you're in a space where that can't affect you, or you don't let it affect you, or you don't actively go out and seek it, or you nip it in the bud when you do see it. There are lots of answers, but I don't think there's like one perfect one.
We're here and I'm contemplating what I want to do. I do want to answer a hot topic that's going around is, what do you mean that you're just as triggered eating broccoli versus eating cookies? So when I'm eating broccoli, in my head, I correlate bad and good food. This is something I talked to my psychologist about. We've already discussed this, so you don't have to sit there and say, talk to a professional about this. It's already been spoken about. We've already talked about it. She's already, tried to give me tips to help me, etc., etc. She gave me like the backstory of why people are like this, because I'm not the only one. Don't come for me. So the reason why things like broccoli or just like healthy foods, whole foods, no matter what it is, triggers me is because when you grew up like me, or you grew up with an eating disorder or constant like calorie counting, this and that, when you think of certain foods, you think of bad foods and you think of good foods. And when I'm eating broccoli... Again,
that isn't for everyone. Please don't generalize everybody's experience with food, everybody's family experience with food, because, again, you're making a huge amount of assumptions, and anybody is, right? Like, I've been called out on that before as well, because I understand we're all individuals and we've all got different relationships with people, words, and foods, and lots of different stuff. So, no, but go on, Amby.
Or, like, say, green beans or something just, like, really healthy, because when I eat, like, broccoli and stuff, I don't put cheese, I don't put things like that. Like, I steam my broccoli and I call it a day. I don't put anything on it, unless I'm, like, mixing it with, like, a marinara sauce because I'm having it with spaghetti. Like, 9 times out of 10, if I'm having pasta with...
Personally, broccoli,
I like to mix it, but usually broccoli is just like a side. Anyways, broccoli is just an example. So obviously when I think of broccoli, I think of like, okay, this is good food. And it triggers me into thinking about the bad food, like from how I've treated myself with my eating disorder, my addiction, etc., etc. Like if I'm eating broccoli, then I'm like punishing myself because I'm telling myself I can't have bad food.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that there's any answer for Amby stuff, because there's no perfect answer. You can take what you want from this content, apply it to your own life, recognize things that are similar, do whatever the hell you want. But at the end of the day, especially over the last month or two, we've been having discussions about, well, I can't do this because of this. And it's not just, I can't do the Ozempic because of a pancreas attack or whatever it was. I can't do, there's a bug. It's a bug. I can't do, do you want to go outside? I'd rather you go outside. Let's get you outside. There you go. You're outside. Whoop. Anyway, like I can't do the Ozempic because of the pancreas thing. I can't do keto because of the gallbladder thing. I can't count calories because of the like mental health side of things. I can't at the end of the day, I'll be really interested to see that what Amby's journey looks like. Because I'd love to see what the solution is. There might not be a solution, and that's sad, obviously. But like, yeah, there are a lot of challenges in the way, I guess. And there's a lot of There's a lot of struggle that's being discussed. And a lot of us relate to some of those things. But having all of them at once, I think, is just like the perfect storm of there is no easy answer. And there's no easy answer for a lot of stuff, but it does just seem like it's a collective of barriers. That's the word.
only have good. And
You'll want broccoli? Oh, am I? Oh my god, this chat. AC, hello, lovely to see you. Sorry. I had to rearrange my setup so that I can see the chat better. Turns out that did not work because I didn't have it. Oh, pardon me, I didn't have it on live. Whew.
by doing that, you're taking away moderation. And my psychologist tries to teach me that someone with binge eating needs moderation. And 9 times out of 10, if I am eating broccoli, then I'm also eating something super healthy. So my brain subconsciously is like, oh, you can never have bad food again. You can only eat this good food. So then it makes it to where I want bad food more than I've ever wanted it. It's kind of like if you tell a kid they can't touch their Christmas toys, then they're going to want to touch their Christmas toys. If you tell a kid they can't go into a certain bedroom in the house because there's something in there, then the kid's going to want to. It's that type of thing. If you tell someone they can't do something, they're going to want to do it even more. So my psychologist has tried to explain that to me a little bit more and things that I can do. And what she explains is like, try your hardest not to think of food, you know, bad food, good food. Just think of food as food. And it's just like, it's so hard.
Not gonna lie, food as fuel really helped with my perspective.
To do, especially
Again, I am not Ambi and I do not share the same struggles, but there are similar things.
like being on YouTube, because no matter what I eat, like I just showed you guys I was having olives, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of complaints about that. People are gonna be like, oh my god, so much sodium. Oh my god, this so
There is. Look, it's not a complaint. I'm just saying, for those of you who may be unaware, I'm sure none of you are unaware, olives do have a lot of sodium. Yes, most people generally will have a lot of or a high sodium diet, and that can lead to health complications just as much as a low sodium diet. So if you're out there and you're interested in taking care of your health, look at sodium. You can look at a lot of things.
so bad for you. And it's like, as someone with binge eating, you can't look at foods as good and bad. You have to just look at them as fuel. I don't know, it's really confusing, and it's unfortunate that, you know, it's just constant battles in my brain.
Oh, Jen has a good question. If you occasionally eat cheese broccoli, what cheese do you all use? I haven't done it in a long time. I remember one point I was like really wanting cheese, but I didn't want to just like commit to an entire block, not in one sitting, but having it in the house. So I did like a bechamel sauce, kind of like a cauliflower or potato bake, but you do it with broccoli. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
This of what I'm eating, and it's like the practice of eating in itself, like chewing, swallowing, like I don't know how to explain it. But just like the practice of eating is very triggering in itself. Oh. Like if I'm eating a carrot because I want something crunchy, my brain automatically thinks of, wow, I wish I was eating chips. And then when I start thinking of chips, sometimes I truly cannot control myself, and I'll order chips from Instacart or whatever it may be. And if I'm eating, like, I'm trying to eat healthy yogurt to get the goods, you know, because some yogurts are really good for you, like Greek yogurts. If I have that in my mouth, I can't help but think of ice cream, and then I'll get triggered into that. And then it's just, I don't know. It's hard. It's overwhelming. Like, I think that side of it is very like the food addict side of it. Because I can imagine people who are addicted to other things. Like if you're addicted to drugs and like you do one type of drug, you're going to want to do the other type of drug. Or if
I mean, look, I don't really speak about addiction because I haven't actually spoken to anyone about that in the food realm of things. My relationship with food is my own, and I haven't gone on the gurney yet to unpack that clinically. Maybe one day, but in the realm of drug talk, I understand she's probably not thinking about things like nicotine, but that's where my brain goes because I know what my relationship with nicotine was like. Anyway,
you hang out with a friend who does it, then you're going to be triggered into doing it. It's like, I can't just stop eating. And that's the unfortunate part. It's just like, wouldn't it be easier if I could just stop eating and we could just like survive off of not eating?
That's very much like an all or nothing mentality. And that's like kind of what I've picked up during this entire discussion is, oh, if I'm eating carrots, it reminds me of chips. And if I tell myself I can't have bad food, I can only have good food, then, you know, this happens. And it's like, I can recognize that type of thinking. I remember there's probably, I think it was a stream as well where I was talking about it, saying that like I don't think there's ever going to be a day where I can't count calories because like eyeballing numbers, and numbers helped me. I get that counting calories doesn't help everyone. I get it, and I respect that. For me, having a goal, being able to achieve that goal and being able to track things was really useful, especially in the like math part of my brain. It ended up not being super useful because when I like increased stuff, like the relationship with food was still kind of being unpacked. And then all of a sudden I made the choice and I was just like, no, I need to stop counting and I need to give myself a little bit of like agency about my relationship with food and not rely on the numbers. And then I went back to counting numbers, and like it's a whole thing. I don't know the answer to Ambi. How do you solve a problem like Ambi's everything she's talking about? I don't think you can. I wish the healthcare team the best of luck. The only thing I can think in all of this is that I hope Ambi has enough like drive to work with her health team as much as possible. Because the way that she talks about it online can often come across as, here's all the reasons, here's everything that went wrong, and this is the reason why I'm failing. And that failure kind of just leads to not wanting to try things again. So, yeah. Anyway, just a reminder to everyone, take care of yourselves. Like, you're worth the effort. Everybody's worth the effort. It's just hard watching someone who, I don't know, we keep trying these things and just not getting anywhere.
That would be pretty great. When I tell you maybe 1% of the food pyramid makes it to where I'm not triggered and olives follows under that, I'm grateful for olives, let me tell you. But hey, it's just like everything triggers me for one reason or another. And it's like, if you don't understand that, or you've never...
Ooh, that sounds good, baby. Enjoy.
...been through that, then call yourself lucky, for sure. And it's not that like, oh, broccoli's going to make me triggered so I can binge on broccoli. No. I'm also suffering with a food addiction. And with food addiction, it's like junk. I want the junk. So if something healthy, quote unquote, triggers me, then I'm going to still go for the unhealthy food because my food addiction.
Okay, I'm going to try and map that out. Sorry, this is me mapping out logic.
Then call yourself lucky, for sure. And it's not that like, oh, broccoli's going to make me triggered so I can binge on broccoli. No. I'm also suffering with a food addiction. And with food addiction, it's like junk. I want the junk. So if something healthy, quote unquote, triggers me, then I'm going to still go for the unhealthy food because my food addiction comes in.
The thing that also gets me is I don't understand how she's tried to navigate this all solo for so long and like, because this is complex, right? This is a string theory. Like, this is just so much to unpack. I'm very grateful, and I hope she is engaging with the healthcare team, but I just can't imagine. I can see why. So things like Jenny Craig, right? That is kind of the epitome of when I think of Ambi's attempts at a conventional diet, right? I can't see how that could have ever worked. How she painted it as if it was working so well, how like breakfast cookies, like all of that stuff sits in my brain, and that kind of makes you as an audience member really cynical when you realize, I guess no one's really just realizing this now, but I like to talk it out, when you kind of realize just how complex all of these matters are. It's like, did anyone think that something like Optivia could have worked? Probably not. But anyway, whatever.
I can't just sit there and binge on broccoli. My body won't let me. I don't think I've ever binged on like anything super healthy like that. I wish. That would be pleasant. That would be nice. My body would probably love that. But no, if I'm getting triggered by anything, whether it be something that happened in my life or a food that I'm eating or a thought that I'm feeling or an emotion or whatever it may be, I am triggered into eating bad food regardless. So maybe that explains it a little bit. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's just like seeing someone and talking to them about like what I'm going through. They make me feel normal in a way. Like every time I have an appointment, it's just like an hour of me feeling normal instead of me feeling just like attacked or ashamed or someone who's like unhealthy. Like I just feel normal for a minute. But sadly, this is probably going to be the last time I talk about my binging or my food struggles for a while on my channel, because I just feel like in this moment, I want to be able to have a free mind. I don't know. I'm kind of...
Get out of your comments, gal. Get out of them.
I don't know. I feel like I'm being put in a box a little bit. Like people want me to open up so bad, but then when
oh my god, this phrase haunts me with Ambi. Yeah, no, go on.
I do. It's like they're trying to shove me in a box and make me someone I'm not. They like put words in my mouth.
Ambi, in all honesty, I think a lot of your audience is trying to understand, because a lot of it doesn't make a lot of sense, and a lot of it, like I'm no one. Do you know what my like commonality with Ambi is? That I don't have a great relationship with food. That's about it. That like I don't live on her side of the planet. Like there's not a lot of things that are necessarily similar between the two of us, but I honestly think a large portion of the audience can relate with some of the relationship with food stuff. I'm not saying whether or not she should keep it online or keep it offline. I think that taking this entire discussion offline, she's going to logic herself back into, well, I shouldn't have to do that, and I want to show people my journey, and people in the comment section tell me how much of an inspiration I am, and they enjoy the fact that they could see someone else who has a similar struggle and all of this stuff, because we've had these conversations before. I honestly think that she could put it online or she could take it offline. The choice is hers. Do as you wish. But I think engaging and actively looking at the things that are causing you harm, right, that are making you feel bad, that make you feel as if people, have horrible things to say about you, you can turn comments off in your chat. I mean, on your YouTube if you want, if that's what you want to do. You can turn comments off in Instagram. You can do a lot of things. And it sucks because I understand that Amby wants to engage with people who will give her positive vibes. I get it. I really get it. Unfortunately, like I said, the internet being the internet, you can't guarantee whether or not an interaction with someone is going to be positive or negative for you. You can hope that it's respectful and you can hope for the best, but you can't make people, you can't make people be respectful. And which sucks. All you can do is encourage it. Or remove it. Yeah. Alright, so, there is a big conversation to have about engagement and the YouTube of it all as well, but I think, I don't know. I just don't know. Because you think about it, it's like, even if she stopped creating content for a little while, would she still be engaging with the comments? Would she still be on Instagram? Would she still be on TikTok? And she's allowed in all of those places. Nobody's gatekeeping that from her. But I wouldn't actively, stand next to a fire if I keep burning myself, if that makes sense. Unless I had a big bucket of water next to me, in which case I could just, put it out. It's probably a really bad analogy. Jen, thank you for being here for 16 months. I appreciate it. Jen says, 16 months. Woot woot. Lovely to see you, Jen. I hope you had a fabulous week, and I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. I know I am. Thank you for being here for 16 months. Hanny, thank you as well for the super chat. That's very generous. Thank you. Not at all required, but very much appreciated as always. Hanny says, Amber, it's okay to draw boundaries. 100%. If people's comments put you in a bad headspace, don't read. I set boundaries too. You're talking about ED after making fun of it may trigger my ED, so I'll avoid for a while. See you all later. No worries, Hanny. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I came across as making fun of ED. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. You're talking about ED after making fun of it. I hope no one's... thank you again, Hanny, and I'm sorry if that came across as me poking fun at anything. I don't mean to be. Again, the similarities between Amber and I and our relationship with food is essentially all I talk about because it's all I know. I only know what I see Amber put out and what I have in my life, but I'm sorry. Anyway.
People say that I'm a bad storyteller, so they have to, fill in the lines themselves. It's not that I'm a bad storyteller, it's just I can't tell you every single last drop of everything medical related in my life. No, that's not, possible. I do my best explaining things, and, the whole thing with my gallbladder, recently people are like, she's not explaining this gallbladder story, very well, why can't she get it taken out, blah, 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 because of my size. I've tried to explain that, and I don't know, I just feel like people want...
I think it was Amby. Oh, okay. Yeah. Again... Tell me to shut up or put my foot in my mouth. Well, tell me to shut up if I put my foot in my mouth, because I often do that. And I honestly don't mean to. And this is why I think Amby's content is a lot more, interesting for me, because I relate a lot more to it. Yeah.
To be confused, so people can think that I'm lying about stuff, and it's just I don't know. I just feel like I need to take the binging and the medical talk away, and just focus very much on this is what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. Just showing you guys what I'm doing instead of having these deep discussions, because it's not...
I mean, this is a deep discussion. I didn't necessarily think I was going to go here today.
Helping me at all. And I just want to do things that make me feel better. And as of right now, talking about stuff like this is not making me feel better. So now I just have to decide if I actually want to continue the weigh-ins on here. I guess we'll see.
Okay, well, we've got some retros to go over, so hopefully that's a little bit more lighthearted, though I have a feeling I might have just not chosen content that is as lighthearted as I was hoping. Ultimately, I think that's a little... I don't know. I choose to be the person who can see the positive or positives rather in everything. Choosing not to talk about it allows less of a focus in that content, which is good for people who may be triggered by that particular talking point. So I can see a positivity in all of that. I kind of feel as if that discussion happens quite a lot with, I see these comments about these things and they trigger me in this way. And I understand the logic of if we don't talk about it, then it'll be talked about less. So I get it. I get that. Yeah. I think for me, I don't know, Ambi's content is kind of like her own stuff. The consequences of what other people say, it is their choice to say it, and it is we who read it, I suppose, the ones who are having to deal with those consequences and how that affects us. Now, that doesn't like mitigate any responsibility from an individual who says hateful stuff, for instance, right? Someone saying something hateful and it negatively impacting you, the catalyst is the hateful comment. Perspective and accountability, I guess, is a different conversation as someone who is consuming that. There is no right answer. There's no 100% right answer. All I can say is that if you're out there and engaging with other people in the real life or the internet life, try to be kind. That's all. All right, we're going to go on to the retro now. For those of you who aren't interested in that, that's okay. Have a fabulous day. Enjoy your weekend. If you'd like to hit the like button on the way out, please feel free. And we're going to get into 2 other pieces of content from 2018. I Am Done and It's Pointless, I'm Done. So they sound like in retrospect, this definitely sounds like it's not going to be great talking points. But that's okay. That's okay. I just want to watch some past Ambi and try to have a good time. Has was here, Eri. Yes. Yes. All right, let's go.
A lot of people are probably going to be furious.
This is very loud. I'm sorry. I'm just going to turn her down a smidge.
With this video, there are so many opinions online.
Is that good?
I understand constructive criticism. Like, I love constructive criticism. Okay,
we good.
I love it. Like, I'm totally fine and down with that. Like, give it to me. All the criticism you can. But it's like, there's a difference between, like, just rude criticism.
Maybe, Caitlin.
And, like, nice.
Hey, Angelica.
Like, non-judgmental criticism. There's huge differences, and I know with this video the comments are gonna explode, the thumbs down is gonna explode.
Hippieista, that sounds great.
Because people think it's okay to kind of judge other people's lives and their decisions, which I understand that. I'm putting myself online. I understand.
Yep. Feel like I've been talking about it for 52 minutes now. Yep, okay.
When I'm putting myself online, and people should be allowed to kind of, you know, state their opinions on.
Oh, is this a Mr. Snowflake's documentary? Ah, there you go, B.
What I'm doing, or like
one of them. What are we up to? Like episode 9 now or something?
The outfit I'm wearing, you know. But it's like there's such a huge difference between, oh, you know, I don't really like Amberlynn's shirt today, or between like Amberlynn looks like a fat whale in that shirt. Like she needs to get out. Like there's just a huge difference, and I get love, I get support. There
is a huge difference, and again, chat, I'm encouraging everybody to find a bit of kindness. I understand things have kind of gotten away from me in the past couple of months. I don't want to see people dehumanizing other people. Doesn't matter that we're watching like our shows, our stories. It doesn't matter that this is someone else's reality. I always try to bring myself back around to understanding that I'm watching someone who's living in a different reality to me, right? But they are filming themselves and they are still human. They can be nasty. They can say hateful stuff. I'm not specifically talking about Ambi here. This is more of a note on Chantal. They can say and be terrible. And I get to make a choice to say or be terrible. And personally, I don't like being terrible or saying hateful things. So yeah, I encourage people to not necessarily call people dehumanizing terminology. If you choose to, that's on you, and I'd prefer really not to see it in the chat, please. But I encourage you not to.
I get, you know, advice in constructive criticism, but I also get full-blown, disgusting, outright cruel, just horrid things said to me. and said about me. And I'm afraid, because I don't read the comments, I'm afraid of what is said about me.
Oh, we're waiting on 10, Parker? Okay, noted.
If people can tweet me or Snapchat me.
That's a lot. I think I have like 7 and 8 pretty much on loop. Like the algorithm really wants me to watch those consistently. So, hey, Polter, good to see you. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Polter says, a personal motto, kindness is free. Kindness is free. It's very true. Thank you for the super chat. And it was wonderful to see the little doggo yesterday. Well, my time yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Hope you're doing well.
And say certain things to me, I just can't even imagine what they say behind my back. Like, it's almost frightening to even know. So I don't read the comments. I occasionally look at the thumbs up, thumbs down, because like, I want to know, are people enjoying what I'm doing? But I'm kind of to the point where I don't even think that truly speaks anymore. Like, if I get tons of thumbs down on a video, it doesn't mean that's a disliked video, because I feel like there are people.
I mean, it's kind of in the name.
People out there who just do it to get a rise out of me. I've seen it firsthand, and
that's the other danger of the internet, right? If you know something, if you know you're giving someone else power to negatively affect you, there is any, like, again, it's lovely for me to sit here and say, be kind and say nice things. But also knowing that if you give the open door to everybody on the internet, you have to bring a sense of like weighty cynicism to all of that, because you have to protect yourself, right? You have to protect your peace. You have to make sure that you aren't necessarily doing what Ambi does.
I wouldn't be getting so many views on my videos if people didn't enjoy watching them. No matter what, I'm entertaining you, if it's for a good reason or for a bad. Holy crap, I'm going on a tangent. Like, this has
Ramble 10.
nothing to do with this video at all. What I'm trying to tell you guys is I'm done. I am done with what you say, with what you ask, with what you wonder. I'm done counting calories. I am done.
Okay.
Done doing Weight Watchers.
Uh-huh.
I am done being so inside my head wondering, should I do low carb? Should I do keto? Should I just go get weight loss surgery? I'm done.
This is what I mean when I say we've come around, we've circled back on these conversations so many times. We've cycled around on these conversations so many times, and at this point in time, there wasn't a conversation about Ozempic or how that was affecting, organs or any of that. Ambi was very much trying to navigate it by herself, which is why a lot of people in the audience were ultimately very frustrated with the outcome of everything, being like, gal, this isn't criticism, but of course it didn't work. I'm sorry if that's hard to hear. I am. But of course, a lot of these things didn't work because you're not taking yourself seriously and recognizing that you as an individual may not be able to overcome this struggle by yourself. You and everybody out there deserves to find your peace and deserves to be happy and healthy. But unfortunately, many of us are in situations where we can't facilitate that ourselves. And that's outside of a talking point about relationships with food. That's a whole like healthy mind, body, spirit conversation. Holistic, as it were. But the fact that you made this kind of your internet persona, that's really what it is. Now we're where we're at. Now we're where we're at. Wow, words.
Like with it all.
Booty, I appreciate the hashtag Girlniverse. I like to see it.
I'm done with it all. And I'm sure you guys are watching.
I know Elle doesn't like to see it, but I like to see it.
This and you're like,
it's okay. Elle called me funny the other day. I'm hanging on to that one. Sorry, Elle.
What is she doing? What is she talking about? I am becoming so mentally overwhelmed that there's no possible way that I can count points right now.
Sam, hey mate, lovely to see you. Thank you for being here for 18 months, my friend. Sam says, be kind to yourself and to others, everyone. Thank you very much for the message of kindness, Sam. I hope you're doing well today. I hope it's not too hot. It is very hot here. It is like 32 degrees outside. I can't remember what the conversion is. Hold on. Wait, is it? No. I know pounds to kilos. Fahrenheit's weird. It's like 100 plus 20. Is that right? So converting Celsius to Fahrenheit 120 plus Celsius? Is that right? Or 100 plus Celsius? There's some like really easy brain math to that one, right? Not crazy hot, but humid as hell. Oh. All the fans, mate. Eri, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Eri says, right now, I prefer an ambi cycle to a foodie spiral. Oh, don't even, like I said, don't even get me started. That content's so dry, boring. And the thing is, with the, here's, I think, the key difference. Because I'm still going to cover both, right? They're my stories. It's what it is. But I think for me, with where foodie's at the moment, I love a good tinfoil beret theory. I really do. But I can't, like... I've realized the limits of my knowledge and assumption, and I don't want them to get to the point of like I don't know. Like I literally don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 6 months. I don't know what's going to happen in 12 months. I don't know whether or not Salah's going to Canada or staying there. I don't know if what the wedding actually looked like. I have my gurnal, but like that's it. We didn't get to see any of it. And the actual relationship between the two of them and everything that's happening is just dry and stale as hell. So, like, again, I'm waiting for the next, like, interesting thing to come along, but, oof, it's just not. And in a, like, yeah. Anyway, I said what I had to say at the start of the stream. So, okay. But thank you again, Eri. Okay, Sam said Celsius to Fahrenheit is Celsius times 9 plus 32. That is not... that is not going to help me. Oh, it's 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Wait, 32 degrees is not 89 degrees Fahrenheit, is it? Celsius to Fahrenheit. I need the converter. Okay, so it's 30... I think it was between like 31 and 35. Let's say 32. Okay, I was wrong. It's 89.6. Sarah, you were right. I'm sorry. It feels like it's hotter. I should stop talking. Lindsay, thank you for being here for 4 months, mate. I appreciate it. Lindsay says, hi, Pulpy and chat. I got engaged today. Oh my goodness. Chat, can we get some hands up and some love in the chat for Lindsay? Congratulations. Congratulations on hopefully finding your forever someone. And congratulations on getting engaged. That's wonderful. I hope you have a fabulous time of it. I don't really know how engagement works. I hope it goes quick. Or not. That means there's a wedding to plan. That's a good thing. I know that. Congratulations, mate. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so, no, we're not talking about the energy drink Celsius Phallac. No.
That I can count calories right now. Or anything. I can't count carbs. Nothing. Because I know so many people are going to be so mad at me. Oh my god, they're going to be so mad at me. Ah, I see it already. What this is doing for me is... Oh god, how do I explain this? Obviously, it's a restriction. To lose weight, yes. You need to restrict in some sort of way, a positive way, a good way, a healthy way. You need to restrict. When I see that in number form, in values of points, in values of calories, it makes me feel like this is my mentality. If I was seeing a therapist, this is what I would be telling her or him.
And I'm so glad that that's happening now. So hopefully there's some stuff there. And we did talk about it today, or yesterday, whatever, we covered it, which is good. That's good. I mean, again, it might not be a solution that is holistically perfect, but okay.
But it makes me feel like I'm never going to eat again. If I have 30 points left and I'm about to eat something that's 28 and that leaves me with 2 points, I look at it as, oh my god, how can I go the rest of the day without eating? Or if it's calories, if I only have 50 calories left, I'm like, oh my god, this is restricting me too hard, this is crazy, and that's when my binging goes haywire. I'm talking, this is what is causing me to binge. Sing it with me. This is what is, like, I know a lot of...
I don't know what it is. This is making me sad, though. Sad.
People are going to be like, Amberlynn, no. Oh, God. I know people are going to tell me I'm making excuses.
Not sad in a, like, boohoo, I feel sad for her, but sad knowing that in 4 years' time, we're kind of having the exact same conversation. Also, the song is not, is not the bop. It's not the bop. Hey, Trisha. Lovely to see you today. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for the super chat. Trisha says, couldn't stand living in that heat, but I'm cold in Melbourne with 18 degrees. Watch all the time, but not a chatter. That's okay, Trisha. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a lurker. Thank you for the support and the super chat. I hope Melbourne's treating you well, and I hope you're chilly down there. Well, I say I hope you're chilly because it's better than the sweltering heat of up north. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
I know people are telling me I'm nothing but a failure. I know people are going to be telling me you're about to be 600 pounds. I know people are telling me I'm about to be bedridden. I know all of these things that you guys are telling me. I'm telling you I'm done with that.
I don't think I've... Maybe I have, but I don't feel as if that's ever, like... Like, what do you even... Like, who would even say to Amber, I guess, is more's the point. Like, Amber, you better be careful. Like... We've had these conversations for so long and so many times. Like, Amber knows. Amber knows. Amber lives in her own reality. And I personally don't consider what I'm doing a direct conversation with the content that I watch. At the end of the day, your choices are going to have consequences. It is what it is. And that sucks. But it's the way the universe works. So try to look after yourself, I guess.
Sort of mind frame. I'm done doing anything.
Bye, Sam. Enjoy getting hot again.
That makes me feel like I can't succeed. So let me explain this further. I'm done counting calories. I'm done doing points. I'm done freaking out about carbs. I'm completely done. Doing that puts me in a negative mind frame and makes me binge every single night. This has been happening for far too long.
Man, what do you even say? I don't know what there is to say, because 4 years later, we're now tracking every day. Which, again, hopefully that data's good, and hopefully her healthcare team is able to help her unpack all of that. But I think part of my problem as well is that knowing Amber has had so much clarity on so many of these talking points, so much so that she felt comfortable to bring it to the YouTube and talk about all of these things, right? Same. Like, I know my own problems and limits and restrictions and what doesn't work for me. And I kind of speak about it in a similar way. But it is just, ultimately, it sucks. It sucks to see.
I have done a lot of research. I have been reading books.
Hey, Sherry.
As you guys know, I got binging books. I don't expect anyone with binge eating disorder to understand this, or anyone without a food addiction. You need food to survive, and it's terribly scary. What else puts me in a negative mind frame, and that makes me want to binge? Eating horrible food. Eating chocolates, eating ice cream, going out to eat and, like, just gorging my face on whatever I want. Chips and just, fried foods and desserts and pasta galore. Just, that also puts me in the same mind frame. Eating those really super bad, fattening, just not good for you foods makes me feel the same way as, like, calorie counting and just the same way as, like, counting my food makes me feel. And I know this also leaves you guys with the question of, well, then what are you gonna do? You're just giving up? No, I'm not.
Yep, let's not.
So
Sorry, that was a lot to take on board, because I was just thinking in modern day Amber now, like what she's categorized as good food, which again she explained today, is also having that same effect. So I don't know. There's no easy answer. It's everything. It's just everything, and it's overwhelming. To think about it as someone who's just an audience member is entirely overwhelming. Like, I couldn't imagine. Oh well.
have probably lost, not even exaggerating,
What do British people call potato chips? Isn't it crisps? Crisps.
1,000 pounds in my lifetime.
Or chips. No, crisps?
I have gained and lost and gained and lost and gained and lost every single week of my life in the last, like, 10 years. Like, I have gained and lost the same 1,000 pounds repeatedly. And it's because I know how to lose weight. I have the knowledge. I know what's healthy versus not. I can look at, a piece, like a breast, a chicken breast, and be like, okay, that's 5 ounces. I can look at, some, like, broccoli and be like, okay, that's a cup of broccoli. I have been doing this for so long that I have built the knowledge. And it's almost as if, like, I need to start a damn class, but it would be irony. Like, it would be an ironic thing, I swear. Like, a fat girl teaching a nutrition class. Like, it would never happen. But
Well, that's just generalizing and kind of incorrect. Here's to say that a lot of people have knowledge about a lot of certain things. When it comes to practicing or putting that knowledge into effect, right? For instance, and again, this is a conversation about my stuff. Being a smoker, right? there's no way you can avoid the very public and widespread knowledge that smoking is not good for you. So much so that in Australia we literally have like pretty much blank, like pukey green coloured cigarette cartons that have like the ultimate consequences of smoking on them, including like really scary imagery about like eye surgery and rotting teeth and tar-covered lungs and death and like pretty sure one of the taglines of smoking in Australia that is required on every packet of cigarettes in big black and white text on the top of them is like smoking kills. As a smoker, very much not ignorant to the consequences and effects of smoking. But putting that into practice can be very hard, specifically if we're talking about addiction or chemical interaction within the body. So knowing something and putting that knowledge into practice are two very different things, yes. And that's often a conversation I have had with a good PT friend of mine, is that she'd clearly, well, after talking to her, she'd never had a struggle with her relationship with food, as she told it. And she'd always been very active and very conscious of her physicality. And she said to me one day, she said, why do people get fat? Aren't they unhappy? And I could have chosen to take that really offensively. And I didn't, because I thought, like, that is a really, like, it sounds like a really ignorant statement. But knowing who she was, I knew that it wasn't meant to be harmful. And I said, look, regardless of your body size, you are still a person. And she said, no, I know that. Like, but I'm just asking, like when you were bigger, weren't you just unhappy all the time? And I was like, look, everybody's different. For me, it wasn't necessarily like the body that I was in that made me unhappy. It was a lot of stuff, and a lot of me not looking after myself, which wasn't limited to my body, was because I had, like, there were a lot of things that were wrong. I wasn't very happy, but that wasn't because of the way I viewed myself or anything. I was emotionally unhappy. I wasn't fulfilled. I didn't have a lot going on. My hobbies were really limited. I felt really low energy. And there were so many things in my life that I had to address that weren't just the number on the scale or how I looked. So I often think about that interaction. I think about it with fondness, because I knew she wasn't coming from a hateful place. It was just a place of like, weren't you unhappy? And it's like, yeah, but it wasn't because of how heavy I was. It was because of a myriad of other things. And for me, at least, my overconsumption of calories could be argued as not necessarily a cause for a lot of stuff, but a symptom of other stuff that was going on with me. Anyway, thought I'd share. Thanks for sharing, Zach. Back to Amby.
Have the knowledge. It's kind of like an alcoholic. I don't mean to like trigger anyone. I'm sorry if I am. I don't mean to offend anybody at all. Or a drug addict. They have the knowledge. They know, I need to not drink. I need to not shoot up. I need to not sniff cocaine. This is going off like a whole different thing right here. But they have the knowledge that they're not supposed to be doing that. And I have the knowledge. I'm not supposed to be eating like whatever I want. I'm not some jock.
More to say, I guess, that as a general topic is like passing judgment on an individual because of like a physical attribute or a single defining feature, I guess, is not the tea, Christine. There's a lot of complexity that makes us all individuals and all people. But that was just me sharing an interaction with someone who didn't have, I guess, the best way of asking a question, that wanted to get a little bit more insight as someone who was helping them achieve a health goal, I guess. So, yeah, anyway.
In high school playing football, like they can eat whatever they want. I know what's healthy. I know, when I wake up, what I should be eating. I know what I should be eating for lunches. I know what I should be eating for dinners. I know the amounts I should be eating for my body and for me to lose weight. So,
thanks, Tyler. I bought a new shirt and it is very comfortable.
End this and try to make you guys understand where I'm coming from. Me becoming so overwhelmed is very bad for my mentality right now. I can't seem to get in gear. At night, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do Weight Watchers. Or the next night I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and count calories. And I'm doing this back and forth, you guys. I'm like seesawing back and forth between these things. And when I wake up, I lose all the motivation. It completely disappears. It just, it vanishes.
This is common for me as well. Having all the motivation while like laying in the bed staring at the ceiling, and the morning after it's kind of very much a like I'll start on Monday mentality, which I think a lot of people are familiar with.
It's like all the motivation and all the inspiration and determination I had the night before, right after a horrible binge.
That's okay, Elle. I mean, got to start somewhere. What are you gonna do?
Completely disappears after a night's sleep.
Good to see you.
It's because I'm overwhelmed, and I'm so done.
Correct. Yeah, physicality and mentality. Like, there are things that are that work together and things that do not. There's no real assumption to be made about the connection between the two, I guess. Yeah.
Being overwhelmed.
Just me, Sharon.
I'm done. I'm done being overwhelmed. So I'm gonna try something completely new.
No worries.
I'm going to fall asleep tonight, and I'm gonna tell myself that I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and I'm not counting calories. I'm not counting points.
Okay.
I am going to eat whole, healthy foods, lean meats, a little bit of fruit. I can't do a lot of fruit. You know, a lot of fruits and vegetables. I'm allowing myself to have brown rice. You know, if I'm having some sort of bread, I can have whole grain bread. You know, this list can go on forever and a day. Some people call this intuitive eating. That's not really where I'm at with that, because a lot of people look down on intuitive eating because, yeah, a literal pincher bug just was on me.
I wouldn't choose to keep that in. Not bugs on me. No, ma'am. No, thank you. I mean, there's enough bugs that fly around. It's fine. Sometimes have they landed on me? No, there's been, actually, one was the spider that I was unfamiliar with, who was not welcome in my house. I specifically remember that one. I did see a tiny jumping spider, like, between my cable cords the other day, and I was waiting for it to get closer, and thinking maybe I should get rid of it. But it's okay. Jumping spiders are very cute. Sorry. I don't know what a pincher bug is. But I would immediately hit the get rid of the camera option if a bug decided to just like jump at my face, for instance. Not a good time. What was I gonna say? No, it's gone now. It's gone. A spider is not a bug. Technically, you're right, it's an arachnid. They're all bugs.
Okay, now that I think I'm okay, where the fuck did that come from? A lot of people look down on intuitive eating, and that's why I don't want to call it that, because intuitively I want to eat everything. I want to go to Red Lobster, and I want to go to...
And that, for me, at least, that was very much my, like, assumption with the conversation about intuitive eating. My thoughts on that have changed kind of greatly over the last couple of years, specifically because there's a big conversation, I guess, about, like, the intent of intuitive eating versus what I see intuition as and how I recognize my own intuition, and that is not necessarily going to be beneficial to me in a food relationship capacity. And that's okay, because what works for me is not necessarily encouraged to work for anybody else. I'm just telling my story, watching my stories. Hold on, there was another point in there. Damn it, it's gone.
Freaking Chinese buffet. Like, intuitively, that's what I want, honey.
Oh, whole food. That's right. That's what I was going to say. Amby talking about having a whole food only diet. Great. Awesome. Go for it. I highly encourage whole food diets. I think they're great. I think they allow you creativity in the kitchen. That's not to say that restriction is going to work for anyone, or I'm encouraging anyone to do that, because who the hell am I? Don't listen to me. But I very much enjoy partaking in a whole food majority diet, because I also know there's the conversation about like the 80-20, like 80% whole food and 20% like free, I guess, as it were. Do whatever, don't listen to me. But also I like whole foods because I like eating chicken, broccoli and eggs and oats and stuff. Trisha, hello, thank you for the super chat once again. Trisha says, you really are a sweet Aussie legend. Haven't had a smoke in 3 weeks. Oh, congratulations, that's awesome. Using a vape occasionally. I never thought I could do it. Blood pressure is down to normal and I may not need BP meds soon. That's incredible, Trisha. Congratulations to you. Chat, if we can get some hands up and support in the chat for Trisha doing the damn thing, that'd be awesome. Thank you for the support, I appreciate it. I don't know what your quitting journey looks like. For me, I was on Champix, and that helped a lot for me because it literally made smoke taste like rotting vomit in my mouth. So that's fun. Definitely a deterrent. And I was very fortunate that it didn't give me major, like, intense nightmares like I know that it does for some people. And, like, weaning myself off of nicotine really sucked, but I did it, and I'm better for it, I think. So, I feel better currently for it, because I can't imagine doing it still. I don't think I'd be very happy with that choice. But thank you again for the support, Trisha. Thank you.
But no, this is not intuitive eating. It's nothing like intuitive eating. It's more so like I know what I should be eating and I need to just do it. But I don't want to sit there and be like, oh my God, I gotta freaking count every single broccoli calorie. I gotta count every single ounce of chicken. Like, I know how to lose weight without doing that. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. But I feel like when I wake up tomorrow, I feel like 1,000,000 bricks have been lifted off of my shoulders because I've been so overwhelmed. And that is what is keeping me on this failing road. And I'm just done. I want to get off this road and go on a different one. So who's with me? Anybody, please? I know a lot of people think you can't lose weight unless you count calories, which is not true. It's not true. There is an Instagram.
The laws of thermodynamics generally apply to most people. You don't need to count calories to be in a deficit, but it is very easy to be in a surplus if you are unfamiliar with what you're eating or you are not counting calories. In my experience, that's all. Underestimating calories is a really easy thing, and I don't think people do it consciously. For me, I know I do it subconsciously. Looking at a wedge of cheese being like, that's probably about 20 grams, and that's probably however many calories, and yeah, I can probably fit that in today. I feel like, for me at least, something in my brain is just like, no, you can shave that down from 28 grams to 20. That's fine. It's fine. Unfortunately, calorie counting and whether you are restricting your calories or whether you are if you are aiming for a surplus or a deficit, that's entirely up to you, and you do you, boo boo. But I imagine some people as well have the opposite kind of problem if they are looking for calorie surplus, right? There was a point when I was working out where the conversation was like, 3,000 calories a day, and I was like, that's too much. I don't think I can eat that on whole food. And it was a struggle because it was like 2 chicken breasts a day and like half a kilo of, broccoli a day and like half a kilo of Greek yogurt a day and 2 bloody like protein shakes, and like it was a lot of whole food only. And I kind of guess that's the shtick with the conversation, is that calorie dense food, obviously being a lot more palatable, not palpable, palatable, and easier to digest and consume, makes it so that it just naturally is, if you have no limit on what you're consuming, naturally it will be easier to be in a calorie surplus. Yeah.
A girl on Instagram that I love so freaking much. Her name is Hannah. She has lost hundreds of pounds without counting a single calorie. She used to be fat. And now she's like hot and taking like model pictures and looking like, what? You know what she did? She didn't count calories. She didn't count points. She just knew what was healthy. I know what's healthy. I know what I can put in my body and how much I need of it. I'm rambling. So I hope you guys are rooting for me instead of being mad at me, but I have to end this video.
I'm not mad at you at all. I just like to take motivation and inspiration away from you. So thank you for that.
Late at night. And I hope
it's a reminder that I didn't get any frozen broccoli and probably need to get some fresh stuff this weekend.
Hope tomorrow I'm going to wake up and be proud of my decision because I already feel better. So yay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Okay, bye. All right, now we're going to get onto so this was in June, and then there was one in May before that called It's Pointless, I'm Done. Hi, Done. I'm Zach. I have not made that joke at all today, which feels very underutilized. There we go.
Okay, so.
Oh, I do miss that intro, though.
I have a few things I want to talk about, but I didn't write any of this down because it's really late at night. I got a few pictures and clips for my date.
Oh, also, oh my god, sorry, her necklace just reminded me. Somebody sent to my P.O. box a really cute key ring that has, I don't know, where is it? Hey, do the thing. Thank you. Sorry, don't mind my gross nail. That's the one that got smashed. Anyway, don't look at my nails. Someone sent me a really cute key ring. It's really cute, and it has little tiny crabs on it. And I imagine that someone bought this after we were having conversations about hermit crabs and how I didn't want to have hermit crabs in the house because metal's really toxic to them, and that would make me really sad if I accidentally toxified my my Hermes. So someone bought me a really cute keychain, but they didn't send a note or anything, which makes me feel bad, but it's very cute. It's very cute. And I do need to split up my keys because I have way too many. So now I have the perfect reason to take the ball bundle of 17 keys and space them all out. So thank you to whoever sent that. I didn't get a name or a message, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Today, so they'll be periodically put in this video.
They're little crabs.
So, I woke up today, and first thing I did was...
What's her necklace? I don't think her necklace is a little crab. Hold on, we can get Detective Pulpy in on this. Actually, you know what? The studs on this shirt very much give me my early 2000s fantasy, and I live. I don't know, what is that? What do you think that is? Jamie, hello. Thank you very much for gifting 5 channel memberships rather. I appreciate it. Thank you. Jamie, that's very kind. And welcome to Popstar, Trisha, Zen, Grateful, Mary, that's 4, and JJ. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pulpstar. Thank you very much. Oh, well, thank you very much once again to Jamie for their generosity. I appreciate it. And for those of you who received a membership, please make sure you thank just Jamie for their generosity. That's very kind of you, mate. Thank you. AC, thank you for the super chat as well. AC says, why do you have so many keys? Because there's a lot of locks. How many keys do you have? I have multiple. Okay. I may go overboard with keys. Keys are one of those things. I don't know if you all went through this. I am a weirdo. Keys are one of those things when, as a kid, I just wanted. Right. I just wanted keys. Didn't matter what they were for. And I'm not talking like as a baby, like dangling the keys over, like to distract me or anything. I just wanted keys. I wanted keys to call my own, and it probably had something. I'm sure I was like watching a cartoon or something where. It's probably Power Rangers. Although they had the Morphe coins. I wanted like my own coin and my own keys and my own, like, not necessarily wallet, but like my own thing. Like, I just wanted stuff. I wanted stuff. Now I have keys that have like 3 multiples of the same key on it. So now that I have another keychain, key ring rather, I can take some of them off and not hoard keys. Wow, that's a lot to unpack. This now feels like a therapy session. Thanks, AC. Oh well, anyway, back to Amby.
Go pee, and then I weighed myself. My weigh-in will be a little bit more towards like the middle or the end of this video, because I just want to talk about my day first. So last night after I ended the vlog, I did have a few...
Potato says they wanted a briefcase so badly. See, it wasn't just a me thing. We all wanted, maybe that is it, baby. We all wanted a little bit more like adult responsibility as kids, and saw adults having these things and being like, that's what I want. I want something like that.
Pork rinds. So I was kind of like, I just felt kind of hungry, and I felt a little bit guilty afterwards, but I was like, you know what, it's okay. And right before I was about to go to bed, I was having horrible heartburn.
Is it Ella?
I haven't drank a glass of milk in a very long time, but I had a glass of milk to cure the heartburn. I didn't have Tums. I didn't have anything. I don't have any medicine to cure my heartburn. I don't really get heartburn often, so...
Sorry, Amby is talking. I was just recalling the hug discussion.
Milk. So those things kind of made me feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna wake up and like regret doing all that. But
Angry Little Sponge says I wanted an umbrella as a kid. That's fair. I always wanted like a luxe umbrella, you know. I always got the little fold-downable, collapsible ones, which there's nothing wrong with, but I very much wanted to reach a stage in my life where I was like, oh, that's Zach's umbrella, you know, like with like a carved handle or like something like Malfoy's wand, but an umbrella, you know, like an adult umbrella. Oh boy, capitalism has done something to my brain. I'm
gonna keep you guys on your toes for a little bit, whether I gained or lost weight. So, I woke up...
BB, yes, I see a lot of that. We all wanted to be Kingsmen. Yes.
To a ton of packages that I've been waiting for from Amazon. Y'all.
We are doing some retro Lynn tonight, Jupiter, yes.
I have a problem. I got some movies, some stickers for my journaling, because I...
Is this a crab? I don't think it's a crab. I think it's a moon with, like, spikes. I don't know. You let me know what you think Abby's necklace is.
Love to journal, and I got some, what else was it? I got a book. It's called Weight Loss Diaries. It's actually a novel, just about a girl who kept a diary while trying to...
Lord Baroque has more Pokemon facts for us. Feel free to share, my friend.
Lose weight.
Go for it.
She had a pretty heavy weight, and she's just honest about her binging and
hey, Dee.
Just her weight loss journey in general. So I'm super excited to start reading that. So I was super happy to get...
just catching up with some Amby from 4 years ago.
My stuff in Amazon. Becky got a few things as well. So, and today was like unexpected. I didn't even think I was going to leave the house today, but Becky wanted to go visit her family, so obviously I went with her because I love hanging out with them. I really, really do, and we all like to see each other. So before that, Becky and I actually went.
I really do miss this old house bathroom. It's a styling trip, and I really like it. You can read me all you want. It's got like a navy baby blue theme going on, and I kind of love it. I also love the fact that like I have never been to a home like this, but like closet space in the bathroom, wild. Like a shelf or a cupboard for towels or for like chemicals and stuff, I understand, but like actual clothes in the bathroom, how have I never thought of that? How have I never thought that to be a good idea? Why don't I just get like a clothes horse or a dressing rack from like Amazon and just stick it in my bathroom? That's a great idea. Why don't I do that? Actually, probably not in my bathroom because it gets very steamy in there. Mostly because I have showers that need to be the temperature of the sun. Otherwise, I don't think I'm showered. Or I'm packing more stuff today, apparently.
Place to eat, and we got hibachi, and I got some lobster rangoon, and that was super good. I don't have any clips from that. And then her family was actually gonna have a bonfire, but we didn't. Well, I didn't know that. I don't think Becky knew that either until after we ate. So we lollygagged for a little bit, and then we went to the store, and Becky actually went inside, and she went and got some hamburger and stuff like that. And I went.
Oh, it steams out the wrinkles. That's a good thought though. But I feel like the moisture would not be good for things like wool. Wouldn't want to put wool in the bathroom, I guess.
In the car, and I kind of later on regretted it because she just wanted to hurry up, get in and get out because Walmart was crowded. We wanted to bring some food to the bonfire too, so she went in there, and I kind of regretted it because as I was waiting, there was a huge spider just there, just lurking its face. Ugh, I'm very fearful of spiders.
Today I read an article that the huntsman spiders are going to be really large this season. Yes, we do have a dedicated Australian broadcasting company who writes exclusive alerts to let us know how large the spiders are going to be this season. So the reason for the big spiders this season is because of the wet. So big wets means the bigger spiders and the bigger snakes and the bigger things tend to be fuller, right? So they have more food to eat because there's just more things around. They get flushed out of places, and there's a lot more vegetation for the prey to eat, and then the predators eat the prey, and then they get bigger, and then they, the circle of life. We love that. Anyway, so huntsmen are meant to be really big this season, which is good. And then they also broadcast, for anybody who is unaware, that although huntsmen are poisonous, they're probably not going to poison you. They might bite you, but I always say they're little anxious balls of legs. And you should probably just be nice to them, leave them alone, because they're going to eat the mosquitoes and the cockroaches that are around. And if you let them grow big enough, they might eat rats and mice or any other rodents that might not be native to your area and you don't necessarily want around your house. There you go. Make friends with spiders.
Y'all, I'm freaking out. If you don't like spiders, click out now. Oh my god.
That is the teeniest,
where'd it go? Oh, no.
teeniest little buddy.
Oh no.
Just wind the window down. Wait, what happened to it? Where'd it go?
So that was rather annoying, but then we were on our way to her family's house, and I had so much fun.
What are we listening to? Oh no, it's just photos. Okay, great, cool.
I've never actually ate from...
Juliana, hello. Thank you very much for being here for 16 months, mate. I appreciate it. Juliana says, I'm thankful this year for our Pulpy community. I'm thankful for you being a part of it, Juliana. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you for being here for 6 months. Lovely to see you today. Hello.
From like an actual bonfire like that before. The smell of it reminded me of camping, because obviously when I went camping as a little girl, we would have like a campfire, and that's what it smelled like, and it was very nostalgic.
Lord Baroque, that's ironic because I literally read that one yesterday.
And I had such a good time, like genuinely a great freaking time. It's just... all their personalities are so different, but yet so similar. It's hard to explain. It's just they're all so fun, and it's just I had a really good time.
Angry Little Sponge, have you ever seen a golden orb make a web? They're great because they like to put them out on display, and they can be quite shiny, both the webs and the bugs. Like
today was one of the greatest days I've had in a while. I kind of woke up in another cranky mood because it's just I'm not sleeping very well.
Oh, Laura has the name of the song. It's a song called She's in Love with a Boy. I think it's by Trisha Yearwood. I have no recognition with any of those words. But thank you, Laura.
I don't know. I'm just not sleeping very well. So, it was just really nice to...
Wait, no, it might not be that. Okay. You let me know.
Spend the rest of the day in like really good, like good presence with, you know, good vibes and stuff like that. And they have this puppy that I really want to like steal. I should have taken a picture of him. He is so freaking adorable, and he was like loving on me. It was just great. So after we left there, we didn't leave there until like 11 p.m. Like, no lie. We had to stop at Walmart again because I wanted to get some more mixed veggies, and
Tyler, me neither. The most negative experience I've had with a spider is like getting a fright when you open the door and it's just kind of standing there watching you. And then you make one slow movement and they jump, and not at you, but like away, because you're obviously much larger than them and they're very scared.
Practically out of brown rice, and tomorrow I want to meal prep some more of those taco bowls that I really like. So I needed to get some of that because the other day when we were at the store, I totally forgot about those things. So we went to Walmart. Okay, we have to talk.
Oh, Becky, I hope you're doing well, mate.
I have been trying to get this shirt.
I haven't checked in on Becky in a hot minute, to be fair.
So I can't tell you how long, and there's none at all. And I really like the MTV shirt, but I don't even know what size this is because I don't think there's a sticker for it. And I know everybody like dishes on, like, not dishes, everybody disses on Walmart clothes, but they have some really cool shirts.
Mary, get your clothes where you can. This is Big W. $4.50. Now, that's not to say I will say, get your words right, Zach. I will say I'm really not a fan of fast fashion. However, basics, live for. I'm not going to lie. I wear a t-shirt at least once a day. At least once a day. So $4.50 Australian for a basic t-shirt, I'm not mad at. There's a lot of other conversations to have around capitalism and where the shirts are made and responsible sourcing and fast fashion and all of that stuff. I'm not mad if I don't care. Use your resources how you like. Try to make sure you're looking after you. I'm not judging anyone on paying $7.50 for a Han Solo shirt. Go for it. Just, you know, be as environmentally, socially consumer conscious as you wish and as possible. Whatever.
That's okay. So get over it.
Yeah, once a day. I have a t-shirt on once a day.
Kidding. These are new for sure. Like, who doesn't like Deadpool? Everybody likes Deadpool. Come on. Ooh. Jaws. Okay. I don't like Star Wars, so shoot me.
Hell.
Corona. Guns out. Oh, good lord.
I think with all of that being said, I have also had the recent discussion about Ambi and overconsumption, I guess. I mean, like what you like and do what you want, but at the end of the day, I hope to leave. I'm leaving this planet, hopefully with not as much waste as I could have potentially created, you know. Harm minimization. That's what I'd like to achieve.
Okay, there's more Star Wars. So, I think the only one I actually like is probably the Deadpool one and the Jaws one. Those are cute. You guys, it's me now, Amberlynn. Okay, Walmart is repping the freaking summer theme. And by the way, I am obsessed.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, I need to go get... do I have... Okay, I'll just tell you. I bought my Christmas... I just realized I didn't actually have any Christmas, like, wear. I didn't have anything Christmassy to wear in December, which made me very sad. So, obviously, being in Australia, it's summertime during Christmas, so I bought a very, very light button down that has a Christmas print on it. I bought a shirt with a Christmas print on it, and I bought board shorts or swimwear with a Christmas print on it as well. It's great. Anyway, now I've got my Christmas clothes sorted out.
With cactuses lately, that's just my thing.
So I think that was...
It's late November. Christmas is literally around the corner. It's like a month away today.
Pretty much just my day. Like, the whole day pretty much was with Becky's family, and I just had a great time. I know a lot of people are probably confused because I didn't number this video, so that's something else I want to talk about. I feel like it's highly pointless for me to number my days anymore because I'm getting...
It's just simmer clothes. Well, I mean, I do still need to be wearing simmer clothes.
A lot of tweets and a lot of private messages. I mean, I get a lot of private messages that are very supportive and just sweet and kind. And
oh, summer clothes? No, I thought you meant simmer, like as in simmering, as in it's too hot, which it is summertime. I don't know. I wanted something Christmassy this year. I felt like my closet didn't have a festive look, so I needed to procure one.
Wow, you guys are the reason why I keep going. But
and I can wear it in July because Christmas in July. So there's 2 months out of the year where I'm allowed to wear it.
Recently gotten a handful of people contacting me telling me, you know, it's pointless that you're doing this challenge, you're not losing weight, so what's the point of numbering? And, you know, normally I just ignore stuff like that, but it's true. You're right. I don't want to stop vlogging, obviously. I don't want to stop talking about, you know, some of my struggles here and there. I'm never going to stop doing that. YouTube is my job, but it's also my hobby. I get paid for it. I pay taxes just like everyone else, but I thoroughly enjoy it.
Not like everyone else on YouTube, though. Sorry. I pay my taxes, by the way.
I did it for...
Chantel doesn't. Apparently.
3 years without getting paid at all. Like, I made like $8 a month, and now here I am making thousands. And
yeah,
like, that's not why I'm here. It's just not. I genuinely love YouTube. It's just something about it. I feel like I was meant to make videos.
Exactly, BB, you got me.
But anyways, I go off on like completely wrong subjects, but I just think I'm done with numbering the days, and I'm just gonna come at you guys with videos as always. I'm not sure if they're gonna be daily. I've done daily for about a month now straight, so that's been fun.
I think she'll probably... I'm looking forward to vlogmas. Hopefully, I don't know what like, because I love a bit, right? I love a bit. I don't know if you know me, but I love a bit. I don't know what Ambi's bit is gonna look like. Phrasing. Did not mean anything like that. I don't know what edge, I guess, Ambi's going to present in her vlogmas stuff. I hope it's something fun. I really hope. I know some people enjoy the tiny brands, and I know people enjoy watching other people unbox and unpack stuff, but I don't know if that's going to be a source of joy. A source of joy for me. Shout out to everyone I'm not tax shaming. I swear. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be a source of joy for me in Ambi's vlog content. What I do hope is that if Ambi is doing vlogmas the way that she has done in the past, that she just finds like one thing to do a day. Just one. And sometimes those things can be menial. Sometimes it can just be like going out for a walk or cooking a dish or something. I don't, the problem is she's got those bloody subscription focus or whatever the hell they are, the food boxes. I don't know. I just don't necessarily want to see tiny brands, and I don't necessarily want to see like 26 like different Lego sets or something. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do. I just hope that because for me, I always think that things like Vlogtober and Vlogmas are like excuses to like actively search for something interesting to do every day, and hopefully she can take that as like an element of inspiration to be like, yeah, December's going to be really busy, I'm going to go out and do all of the things, I'm going to spend an entire day, not an entire day, but like one vlog is going to be like focused on Christmas shopping or like wrap presents with me, or like, and if she's going to do like Q&A stuff, she can do Q&A stuff while wrapping presents, or like, I don't know, watches a tutorial of people how to gift wrap things, and like put it into practice. It won't be necessarily exciting, but it is a really good reason to like learn new things and experience new things that isn't just kind of like the stuff we see every other week, you know?
But sometimes your girl needs a mental break. But I end up missing YouTube, and I'm like, maybe I should just film anyway. So, should we get to my weigh-in?
Oh, that's great, Katie.
So, yesterday I weighed in at 503.2, and today I weighed in at 499.6. So that means one day of doing that plan, I was able to drop a ton of water weight, which I always say there's levels to losing weight, and you gotta lose the water weight first before you can lose the fat. You know what I'm saying? So,
kind of. I kind of know what you're saying.
I lost 3.6 pounds, and I ain't mad about it. And one day losing 3.6 pounds, I'm not mad about it. I did really good.
I'm now thinking all of these times when we were doing like weight loss daily stuff, and I specifically remember having all of those conversations of being like, that's a lot, like that's it's like that doesn't have any negative or positive connotation with it, but for me it's like that seems like a lot, like that do you want to go and like maybe you should go and talk to someone about that, because that does seem like a lot. And I specifically remember having so many conversations like that. And I'm very glad she ended up seeing a specialist for lipedema, which is good. Again, hopefully that healthcare team can figure something out, because I'm not them, and I can't do that. Oh boy.
And I'm not gonna let the negativity get to me. I'm not looking at the thumbs up, thumbs down anymore. Like, I'm just over it. I feel like my oversharing is appreciated a lot, but I also feel like it's underappreciated. And I feel like people take advantage of these things and they twist my words and twist my emotions and the things I'm going through. So I think that's why it's just like the numbering thing. I'm over it. And
what?
I'm not going to share as much detail about my journey anymore because...
Okay, y'all, we watched today's or yesterday's vlog already. Feel free to put your hands up if you feel like this is giving that energy. Because this definitely feels like it's giving 4 years later same energy. This sounds like they're exactly the same talking points. It sounds like we're going around in a circle. We are, but time is a circle, as is Ambi's content. We know.
It's just pointless. But I will say, you guys should follow my Instagram at Curvy Calories.
No, thank you. Oh, this is Curvy Calories era. We still had Pineapple Pinup and Velvet and Honey to go. Yep, that's where we're at. Where was Hello Honeydew? Hello Honeydew was somewhere in here. Was Hello Honeydew after Curvy? Did it go Curvy Calories, Hello Honeydew, Pineapple Pinup, and then Velvet and Honey? I think so. Rarity Cat was also consistently in there, in and out. Yeah, okay, good.
That is my weight loss Instagram. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be doing Gracie's challenge.
Is Curvy like curvily? Is Curvy Calories still active? I wonder.
A little more for real.
Well, it was Pineapple Pinup because it was, I think it was a double E at the end. I don't know. I also have fun with words.
Because prior to doing this, I was like, I wasn't in the right mind frame. Maybe I'm still not, but I'm not giving up. I started doing her challenge and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it on YouTube and I'm going to post videos about it and I'm going to weigh myself every day for them. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it like Gracie does it. I'm going to do it on my Instagram. Every day you're going to get a weigh-in from me. So if you want to see that, go on there because that is where you're going to be seeing my daily weigh-ins. Obviously on here, I'll keep you guys updated on that, but...
I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get this. I don't get the logic of like not doing it on the YouTubes because you can't read the comments or you don't want to read the comments or you're experiencing negativity in the comments to then have to say, I'll put it up on Instagram where you have the potential to experience the same thing. I don't get the logic, whatever.
Tomorrow, Gracie is actually starting a new, like, she does it every month pretty much. She'll do 30 days of her challenge, a cheat day. 30 days of her challenge, a cheat day. And I think that's really cool. So tomorrow is her day one again. And she loses weight pretty much every time she does it. So it's just super motivating. And seeing her weigh herself every day is super awesome. And I don't know, I enjoy her and I enjoy seeing her progress. I'm very proud of her. I'm a nobody to her though. So I don't want anyone to worry. I'm still going to be filming videos. It's just, I don't want to number them anymore because...
It's fine.
My journey isn't like...
Oh, was there a Pearls one? I swear there was a Pearls one. Maybe. Probably.
It hasn't been a weight loss journey. It just hasn't. And that was my goal here, was to lose weight. And I'm on day, 16 if I was numbering these? Like 15, 16? And there's like no weight loss. I mean, yeah, I lost 3.6 pounds in this one day, but that doesn't count. I don't know. It's just been a mess. I don't regret doing it because now a lot of people can see kind of where I'm coming from and the struggles that I have. But it just sucks that people have used so much against me. It's not right and it's not fair. But don't worry, there'll still be videos. Probably gonna vlog tomorrow. So anyways, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
I mean, it was fine. Modern day very much feels like a rerun. What is wrong with my mouth? So much. So much. Anyway. I feel great. I'm all caught up on Ambi now, which is good. I was somewhat expecting a piece of content this morning, but nothing ever happened. So it is what it is. I wonder if she'll upload over the weekend. Possibly, possibly not. Who knows where things are going. But Vlogmas is just around the corner, so maybe we'll be like easing our way into that. I don't know. Anyway, chat, thank you all very much for being here. Thank you for being respectful, responsible, and shenanigans-filled individuals. I very much appreciate it. For those of you on the rewatch, if you'd like to hit the like button, if you'd like to hit the like button on the way out now, that'd be great. If not, I totally understand. For those of you on the rewatch, there you go. Thank you very much for your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. Oh my god, I don't think I didn't do my verbal disclaimers at the start of this. Oh, gonna have to start again. Hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost some weight, talks about things on the internet, and watches way too much Fruity Beauty and Amberlynn Reid. Also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate. Literally here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about choices, choices about the words that we use, choices about what we put out on the internet, choices. Sorry, I kind of had disclaimers, but they're in a very roundabout way and not at all my usual standard of programming. I need to stop talking because I got things to do. Anyway, go out, look after yourselves, hug a loved one, talk to your friends, be the best you can be. I'm going to go. And I'll see you all in the next video and or live stream.